Hey y'all, it's Andy here, and I have decided to make the spring zodiac shift readings entirely free this season. I don't want there to be any paywall between us when the astrology is so wild this spring. So the shift readings for all zodiac signs for the spring season will be posted in their entirety here on YouTube and on my website, unseenhintstarot.com. You can access them either place. Now, these readings are meant to carry you through the entire spring season. So it's one reading for the whole spring. It drops at the spring equinox. I recommend watching it at the beginning of the season so you can kind of get an idea of the themes that might be showing up for your sun, moon, rising, perfection sign, Venus, maybe, since Venus is going retrograde, whatever you're tracking in your own astrology chart this season. Find the corresponding reading, watch it at the beginning of the season to get a little preview as to what your spring shift might be. And then midway through the season, maybe around April, check back in with the reading, rewatch it, because you'll be able to bring your lived experience of the actual spring, however it's playing out in your life, to that reading, and I guarantee it's going to hit different. And then at the end of the season, you'll look back and watch the readings one more time to connect the dots as to how you have actually shifted throughout the season and get that beautiful hindsight magic. It really is the best part. Okay. So happy spring. It is my gift to you, and enjoy the shifts. Pisces, let's get into this. Okay, so we are looking at the shape you're shifting out of, the shape you're shifting into, and what that shape shift looks and feels like for the spring 2025 season. I've got the Queer Tarot here that's going to show your shape shift. Then we'll get into clarifying with the slow Holler, and we will finish up with the Poesis Oracle. So let's dig in. Show me the shape that Pisces is shifting out of this spring. Dear Pisces, yeah, wow, Wheel of Fortune, you're the first to get that somehow. This is so much. It makes sense. I mean, you know, we've got the nodes shifting onto your Virgo Pisces axis. So the North Node is in your sign, which means eclipses are going to be in your sign in Virgo and Pisces over the next 2 years. And so when eclipses are affecting you that directly, when they're happening in your sign, it brings change. And that's what the Wheel of Fortune represents. This card falls halfway through the journey of the tarot from the first card to the last card. So it is this like pivot point, this moment of change, of directional shift. Halfway through the journey. And so here we are. Shifting out of change, but maybe shifting through a very pivotal moment of change, Pisces. And when I see Wheel of Fortune, it just really makes me think of that, the nodes shifting into your sign and spurring the turning of the wheel, so to speak. Wheel of Fortune, Wheel of Fate. And it does imply a larger thing, like larger energies happening outside of you. Okay, that was a lot of cards. Okay, show me the shape that Pisces is shifting into this spring. The moon, yeah. Don't know. It has yet to be revealed. It has not fully formed. When we get the moon card, we're getting a luminary that speaks to the very personal internal experience. There is illumination here. I mean, this sort of looks like the eclipse energy, actually. But the moon leaves more to be revealed, because at night, even under a full moon, we can only see so much. There's still a lot in the shadows, in the distance, that we can't fully see until the sun comes out, and then more can be revealed. So there's this sense of more to be revealed, and the fact that your shapeshift so far are these major arcana, it's really just talking about, hey, listen, Pisces. The next 2 years are bringing change. The next 2 years, there more will be revealed, but you know that you're at a change point, and that this is the beginning of a process that is going to unfold for you over the next couple of years. And so there's not like this spring you're gonna shift and you're gonna be a different shape. It's actually like, it's showing me that more of this spring is the inciting incident. It is the beginning of that turning of the wheel. And it may leave you in this space of mystery by the end, where you don't know what's gonna come next. You don't know necessarily what is coming out of this. All these creatures, I mean, you know, the gravity of the moon and the eclipse that we're seeing in this card is like pulling all of the beasts up out of the sea and the land, and they're beholding this much larger celestial event that's taking place that is affecting all of us, Pisces. Okay, what does this shapeshift look and feel like for Pisces this spring? What does it look and feel like? Huh, nice. 2 of Wands. Maybe it's opening some doors for you, Pisces. Maybe it's you're finding yourself at like a choice point at this moment where you feel you've got the whole world in your hands, or you're looking at just the bigger picture of things and going, okay, given everything that is changing and given so much that is mystery to me, and so much that I don't know and won't be able to see at this point, but that I can intuit. You know, the moon is incredibly intuitive, and it might say that even though you can't see, there's like an inner, almost like prophetic knowing that you could be having. So given all that I can't see, but that I know is taking place, and how everything is up in the air, like, how am I gonna make decisions here? What choices am I gonna make? What doors feel like they're starting to open for me? Let's take a look at this together. So something in your world is shifting in this way that is illuminating maybe a new opening, or like an opportunity with the 2 of Wands to step into something new, to step into maybe like a sense of destiny or fatedness with the Wheel of Fortune. It can bring feelings like that. And I am not a reader that pulls this card very often. This does not come out for me very often. So when it's here, it's powerful, and it is bringing a sense of fated change. And here you are. I think it's good that we're seeing Pisces with the world in their hands, because it shows me that though these are talking about like eclipse season and the nodes shifting into your sign, and like the eclipses that are happening over time over the next 2 years and bringing changes that are much bigger than you, outside of you, that you're sort of beholden to. It's also showing me that you are here very much with the wand in your hand, with the world in your hand. You have agency, is what it's speaking to me. That yes, these are larger changes that you are living through in your life that you cannot control, but there actually is quite a bit of choice available to you during this time of change. Okay, Pisces, so let's use the Slow Holler Tarot now and start to get into this. So please show me. And you know what, Pisces, we might actually be seeing a shapeshift in reverse, because I normally read left to right, but now that we've got this 2 of Wands in the middle, it's almost reading right to left. Reading, which would read the shift from a place of like not knowing what comes next, but feeling that a change is happening. And then when eclipse season starts, we're getting a Virgo eclipse here in mid-March, and then an Aries eclipse is finishing up that eclipse series at the end of March. By the time you move through the eclipses of March, the shift, the change is starting to be revealed to you. It has opened up in some way. Okay, that's a cool read. I'm loving that. So let's get to clarifying then. Can you show me? We'll start with the moon, actually. Show me the moon. The moon is an energy that I think Pisces understands on a really deep intuitive level. So why is the moon here for Pisces shapeshift this spring? The kindred, which is the Empress, and it indicates family. We're seeing this very like outdoor kitchen, pastoral country home scene, a scene of comfort, a scene of being together with loved ones, and things just feeling really good, feeling really easy, feeling really like domestic bliss type Empress vibe and connection. Love that. Alchemist is here as well, which is the Temperance card. This is I don't know what it is yet. The moon is associated with Cancer in the zodiac, and that is an energy that wants to care and give care and make sure that their loved ones are cared for and that they are cared for by their loved ones. You know, it's this very like, it is a family focus. I almost see this alchemist as like, you somehow feel like you're the agent of that Pisces. Like, okay, it's up to me to make sure that my loved ones are cared for through this time of uncertainty. And I almost see you doing this like very internal, almost like trying to do like spell work or magic or prayer or however you access like an ability to affect things from a spiritual standpoint is what this card feels like. Okay, I think I just need to get some cards on the table. Yeah, the Chariot. You know, I don't think you necessarily want things to change, Pisces. I don't think you necessarily want that, but because it's coming out in reverse, but then like as it starts happening, I think it's gonna show, I think it might show you where things, the change might show you that there's more opportunity, positive opportunity than you thought, and you might start to see a higher purpose in the change. You really want to, there's something about, I really want to keep my family together though, or like I really want to stay. I don't want things to change with my relationships. I don't want things to, you know, like I want to keep us close. I want to keep us. Okay, give me more. And I think there's a fear of loss. When you think about things changing, maybe you're afraid of the future because you're afraid of the loss of what you currently have. It's really, really emotional, but then once you start facing forward, it's much less emotional. It's much more like, oh, I see. I can let go because there's a larger journey happening. Yeah, I can release into this. Okay, let's actually just like look at the whole clarifying spread together so far. So we're reading right to left. We're starting with the moon, and there's this feeling of you like working really hard spiritually almost to want to keep things the same. You want to keep your people together. You want to keep things comfortable. You want to keep your art really beautiful and like thriving. And you want to experience ease through this time. Because Five of Vessels, I think you've experienced a lot of loss already, Pisces, and you don't want to experience more. I just get this like fear of loss with the Student of Vessels looking towards the Alchemist and the Five of Cups. It's sort of like there's almost just like there's some there's a grief response in advance that I'm seeing, that then when you see the changes start to happen, you go, oh, wait, I actually do want that change, right? Like I see it could be really good. With the Two of Wands looking at the Wheel of Fortune, and then the Wheel of Fortune is showing us Chariot, the star. This really actually beautiful picture of the chariot being the vehicle that takes you to the next level of your life, and the star illuminating this like next level of your purpose or of your existence. And then the Three of Stones is showing us as like how it's all going to work together, and the plans actually start shaping up. Like the drawings, like you start sort of sketching based on the changes that start happening. You start like sketching this new future and how that could shift you. And then Traveler of Stones, you're willing to actually start to let go of what you've been holding on to so staunchly. Like, I'm never going to drop these stones from my hand. And it's like, whoa, hey, open up, open your hand, let it unravel a little bit. What would happen actually if you released some of this and just let yourself go down the river, let yourself go into the next phase of your life? And I just see you sort of really, it's this energy of like expecting the worst, because the Moon card can do that. Think about this when you're camping at night, and you start hearing all of the sounds, and you start thinking that there's all these things like outside your tent that are trying to get you or whatever. And you start like imagining the worst, and you start getting scared. And then like the changes actually start to happen, and the things actually start to open up for you. And you're like, oh, wait, actually, I would get in that car. I would actually go to that open door. Oh, it's okay, it's not gonna be another horrible ending. It's not gonna be another like loss in my life. It's not gonna be another like tragedy that I have to grieve. Okay. Oh, okay. Then I will open up to this experience. I will like release my grip, Traveler of Stones. I will release my grip on what I've been holding on to so strongly, because I actually do see that the change could be beneficial and could open up my world in this new way that I'm actually feeling really suddenly excited to plan for. Suddenly really excited to plan for this trip and to make it happen. To plan for this new journey. I see that it's interesting that we've got these like luminaries of guidance with the moon and the star. Whereas the moon sort of brings this feeling of portention, I think the star is illuminating something, showing a spotlight on it much more specifically, and showing sort of like the higher purpose of it all, that's making you feel like you can actually do it. And feel like you can actually move in that direction. Okay, I'm not actually afraid to leave this home space anymore, or this space where I've been so sort of hunkered down and comfortable and afraid to shift in any way, because I don't want to rock the balance, because I'm afraid that it'll bring some sort of grief. But I think this is sort of showing you that you can open up to what comes next and be willing to go on new journeys, because they're actually bringing you towards a higher sense of purpose in a way that I think is important and meaningful, Pisces, and that maybe you don't want to miss out on. And companion, you're not alone. You don't have to be alone in that. It's not like, oh, well, now you have to leave your people and your everything you love and go off. Like, look, the dog is you can take them with you. They can come too. It's Is this going to be a short reading for you, Pisces? Okay, what is the advice for Pisces opening up to the change? Wow, harvest. You get to enjoy. Like there could actually be bounty on the other side of this for you. I need more advice for Pisces. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Sovereignty, incredible. I mean, the way that mirrors the Two of Wands. But here you are sort of like spreading your wings and opening up and like relishing in the ability to exercise the power of choice and like sovereignty and like independence. Okay. Test. Whoa. This looks like the moon, just like surrounded by flames. So take a look at this. Let's look at it together. So eclipse season is okay, and then, oh, whoa, hold on, I'm gonna add these. Yeah, great. Oh, there's this whole other story playing out. Okay, so these 3 cards were on the bottom of the deck and I put them at the bottom of this reading so you can see them too. Let's talk through it. So here you are in the safety of the kindred, in the home space, doing all of this incredible like alchemy to maintain that balanced space and wanting it to stay just so that nothing ever goes wrong and that there's no more grief and like loss that you have to experience there. But eclipse season is coming, my friend, and this is a bit of a test, Pisces, or it can feel that way. It can feel like this ring of fire that you are moving through. And again, like I think you're really afraid of loss and really afraid of like possible grief that could happen as a result of the changes of eclipse season and the eclipses over the next few years. And so there's this impulse in the home card to just like shut yourself in with your beautiful life that you've made and like not go anywhere so that you don't have to face any of it. But look at this, Pisces, 2 of Wands, sovereignty. You actually have a ton of agency here. And I think it's important that you reconcile with those feelings, student of vessels, 5 of vessels, of grief and the fear of loss and like how your heart is being affected by all of the tumultuous energy that you're living through in the world around you. But you literally got the choice card. There's this choice point moment and we see another eclipse on that card. You get to choose which way to go here. 2 of Wands, choice. Traveler of Stones, that the river even looks like the road, one of these roads in the choice, like you've come across 2 rivers and what will you do? And as things start to open up to you, this new future or these new possibilities start to reveal themselves, I think you're becoming more and more willing to loosen your grip on where you currently are, because what's the possibilities opening up to you are suddenly looking really good. And then we have the Explore card that says like, be bold. Don't be afraid to get out of your comfort zone. Let the eclipses be these catalysts that actually loosen your grip and open you up to the changes that could happen, because the Chariot and the Star are here to take you to the next level of your life, your purpose. And in order to meet that, you can't be afraid to move. You have to be willing to turn with the wheel and to make choices that lead you into maybe like uncharted territory or more of an exploratory, adventurous spirit in your life, rather than a hunkering down, hiding because of fear. Really unique message, Pisces. No one else has gotten anything like this. And I think once you start to see the interesting possibilities open up, the 3 of Stones, then you start to get to work planning. Like, all right, I'm I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to make these plans. I'm going to do this. And then you start to reap the harvest of that. You start to reap the benefits of working towards change and like feeling yourself moving again in your life, and not moving from fear, but rather like being willing to engage with exploration again. You are not stuck in your life. You are not stuck in your house, just despite all of the scary things that are happening in the world. And it's actually, this reading, I think, is empowering you, Pisces, that like, hey, take the world in your hands. There is actually a larger world out there for you to explore. Are you willing to look up and see it? Are you willing to choose exploration and adventure and experience? Because it looks like you have the opportunity to choose that this spring. There's a whole other world out there for you, Pisces, and it's gonna start showing itself to you. It's gonna start opening up, and I think you're gonna be more and more willing to open your hands to receive it and release your grip on everything needing to stay the same in favor of the bounty that you could experience if you actually open yourself up to exploring something new in your life and in your experiences. I just see the sailboat on the Three of Pentacles as you start sketching these plans, this boat starts showing itself to you, which is a chariot in a sense. This vehicle starts revealing itself as this thing that could actually take you to this next level of your life, and it starts to feel fortunate. It starts to feel like fortune, and it starts to empower you to say, okay, I'm willing to explore this further. I'm willing to go on this journey. And it just looks so positive. It just looks so positive. Pisces, don't close yourself off. Four of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Don't close yourself off to the possibilities just because things are scary in the world, because there are also really, really positive opportunities, and you don't want to be close to them. Something tells me you're gonna want to take that. You're gonna want to open it up. You're gonna want to go ahead and choose that because it just looks really, really good. And you know, like, what is a test? What is that? It is an experience, a trial that shows you your courage. A test is about courage. That's all it is. It's about fear. It's about facing fear. And there is this whole world out here for you if you can face the fear this spring. Okay, short reading. That's it. That's clear. I hope this was helpful for you, Pisces, this spring. If you need a personal reading as you move through eclipse season, you know where to find me. Links are in the description. Otherwise, please let me know how this is resonating for you as the eclipse season unfolds. Like, let me know what choices or opportunities suddenly come your way or open up. I'm very curious. And yeah, happy spring, Pisces. Happy eclipses. We'll talk soon.